Top of morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko was Kevin 11. I know it says Kevin 11, but So, yeah, I recorded this earlier, but the video got corrupted, so I decided to remake it. So Zuko, this is going to be a fast version. Faster than me getting out of this chair. Hold on, give me a minute. And says the one that has bronchitis. I said bronchitis, not. It's in my chest, so it's hard for me. So yeah, I still do have it, but it's trying to. I'm letting it run its course. So if you haven't seen any of my videos, that's why. Or my future videos, that's why. And no, I'm not dead or gone. Not. So, So, enough about my, little situation. So, this is going to be a fast version. So, okay. Zuko was born with Zumi, so his twin sister. So he was born, so when both of them were born, Zumi was born normally, like a normal child. But Zuko was born as basically here, let me show you what I mean. I'm talking so fast, so, yeah. Okay, and, oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a picture of it. Okay, this one. So, if you hear any copyrighted music in the background, that's just a radio. That's from way back in the other room. So, yeah. So this is what Zuko looks like. So he was, of course, got thrown into the underworld. Not the, or should I say, the mutant academy. Or mutant city world. So yeah. Mutant city, I like to call it, is where freaks like him goes. And this is a parallel universe. Or should I say opposite universe compared to canon or manga one. Because I know that My Hero Academia is gonna be gone in about a couple chapters after her. Yeah. But yeah. So Kevin 11 or Zuko 11, that's what I call him, so after he was so enraged by his appearance, and you know how we all have our baby skin, when we were just toddlers. Well, Zuko had, that wasn't, or this form that he is in, isn't his actual form. He was born as a human when, so basically so time skip. So during the time skip, he meets Zumi, or not Zumi, I meant, he meets Ochako. And the original one, the first one that I recorded was then before, when they were like toddlers, Asashi gave both of the kids, not divorce rings, but the anniversary rings. What I'm trying to say is, like, they were supposed to, like, when they get older enough, they can give Inko from Asashi to them, to Inko. So, a time skip. And during that time skip thing, also happened that Zuko snuck in and switched the real one of Zumi's with a lollipop one. Ring pop, or, yeah, candy ring. So basically, yeah. And he kept it because he has the powers of also Alien X powers. And I made a poll of who would win between Kevin Levin, the version of Zuko, versus like other ones. Well, and most of the votes was for Zuko version of Kevin Levin's monster form. So Zuko wasn't like. So when he created a pocket universe to keep his clean stuff clean. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So Zuko was pretty powerful. So a time skip to All Might versus All for One. All for One was in his prime, or is still in his prime. And so, yeah. So the Zuko, All for One also had a company that they created a giant nuke, like basically was a not like nuclear reactor stuff, more like a explosive farts kind. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it kid friendly, not military friendly. So, yeah. So, yeah. So basically, it was, yeah. So Zuko got recruited by All for One. And, of course, he was upset that they grabbed Ochako, or his beloved Ochako, should I say, because he was in love with her. Literally. He wanted to be human just to be with her. That's all he wants. To be loved by someone that cares for him. So then, yeah, Zuko, in this alternate timeline, focuses more on like being a hero and basically wants to be loved by everyone. And he even told. So he puts up a glass barrier because All For One shoots a beam of light, and yeah, Zuko reflects it off, and Zuko's mad as he says, I'm better than you. You're just as All Might says, why are you helping us? And Zuko looks at him and tells him, because I want to be a hero, just like how you are, or rest of you are. I was recruited by villains, but I don't care if I don't want to be a villain. I wanted to be a hero to prove everyone that I'm not just a freak show I am. Oh, I am the more than that. I'm flippin' Zuko. Hmm. And, yeah, I can prove it. As Zuko turns around with anger in his eyes. As he beats around All For One before All For One even says as anything. Like, basically, as he beats around All For One. And so when Zuko was like basically ran and up to Zuko. Like he literally ran up and hits All For One with enough force. And so All For One finally pulls the trigger on the how will you save, or can you save him or save the school with the poor innocent children? I'm giving you two options. Stop me, but lose your entire family or your friends, and they always see you as a freak show. I don't care, as he says, I don't care how you think, All For One. No one, and as he cares about his sister, as he beats around All For One with enough force, as he pulls the trigger, and Zuko says, you think I don't want to? So he cares about them, as he did put All For One in handcuffs, and like Zuko flies fast as the nuclear was heat sensitive, like basically could attract scent or heat. So Zuko just like straight up It's like a moth, like a one giant moth is attracted to a light. So Zuko used his own arm to create a flame. Him as he says, "Come on, bro, come on, come on," as it launched, or it it was pretty big nuke, like a bigger than a house. As when it exploded, and then right on it exploded, they thought All For One was gonna get killed. No, they thought Zuko was dead. But his skin, his outer shell, or should I say his baby skin, and was got obliterated. So his real skin shows out. Lang. MHA injured Zuko. So when Ochako, or when Zuko landed, and then when he landed in the water on her. Like he literally lands with enough force. Yeah, he literally lands with enough force. He gets up. As he, man, that was painful, bro. And Zuko, they thought he was dead. But when Zuko gets up, he looks at himself. Right? He does climb out of the water into a sewer. As he looks at himself, is this... As Zuko looks at himself, is this real? I must be dreaming. Yeah. So when Zuko came back to life, his eyes were shocked. Like he could not believe he looked at himself in the mirror, and he saw himself, his real self, not his baby skin. As his body, there was no actual physical wound, except for when he landed on his back. Like basically, his skeleton, like his spine is okay, everything. It's just he's like, what the heck? So when he came out of the water, went into the city, and he looks at himself in the mirror. It's like the charm caster, where, Gwen, I can't spell, so it's Ben 10 Gwen switches bodies with Charmcaster. So, yeah. It's like that situation where Gwen and looked at himself, or this is what he this is what Gwen, or this is what Zuko's like. He looks at himself and he's like, wait, is this really happening? As he's making faces at himself. Oh. And he's like making faces at himself, and he's like, man. So then Zuko ends up looking around without, or they all like, they don't even like, he's just normal kid. He's like all walking around without causing any like suspicions. Because he's just excited. So he's like walking around, like, I'm going to save that picture so that yeah. So, other than that, Zuko, this one, Zuko looks around and he sees that no one's, like, basically was pretty lucky. Yeah. So he went from being a big monster dude, like, I'm gonna destroy you, come here, to being this always happens to me every single time. Okay. I am not sponsored by whenever that was. So, well, when Zuko, looks over, in shock when he saw his own sisters about to get killed by Overhaul, he ran and faster than the speeding bullet. Or he actually flew home as he slams his fist against Overhaul's head. So yeah, as he says, or this is what Zuko says to Overhaul, don't touch my bro, or no, don't touch my sister, you jerk. I was almost about to say, don't touch my brother. But I meant to say sister, but yeah. So when he punched Overhaul right in the face, sent him flying backwards. As he's like, I'll show you, bro. As he picks up Zumi and Aries and ran. And he turns around. As he's beating around Overhaul. With enough force. Yeah. As Zumi was like wondering who this guy is. She's like wondering who is this kid is. But then the Zuko, or as Sir Night-Eye says, he is your twin brother, Zuko Midoriya. As Zumi was like, wait, what? I thought he was dead. We all thought he was dead. Well, the outer layer, or the one that we all saw, was a, you know how like we all have like a baby skin, like built into our real skin? Yeah. Well, Zuko was a, so basically his outer skin that we saw wasn't even his real skin. It's his like baby skin. Not, not, I am not recommending putting like some, or doing like what Leatherface does. The one with a chainsaw. Yeah. What I mean is that, you know how like we all have like baby fatness, like the chunky parts? Well, Zuko has he was a toddler when he popped out of his skin, or aka his baby skin, and made him look way much like, yeah. So when when Zumi heard that, she could not believe it. You know, like those, like there's a cartoon characters that just like flip him, like it looks like they fell on the banana peel. Yeah, well, they could not believe Zuko is the brother. Alright, so yeah. Okay. So yeah. So when they heard that Zuko is a brother, and there is, yeah. So then they were old enough now. So Zuko ended up going to, so after he beats up Overhaul and he says, "Hi, I'm Zuko Midoriya. Nice to meet you." As Ochako ran up, um, and like, she does something romantic to him. But because this is an alternate version of like Zuko and Ochako too. So Ochako, or because Zuko knows, and she's so happy to see him. And yeah, as they're like winning, and so yeah, time skip him. Or let's skip over just a couple minutes. So when they got home, or when they got to Midoriya's house, the Inko and Asashi were arguing, like, you forgot our presents to, you forgot my thing. So, but then Zumi comes in. Are you doing okay? No. As Inko says, it was supposed to be our, like, whatever. Because every, because, so one day, they do practice with it, but it's a practice thing. But then Zuko, who's like, sorry, Mom, or actually, actually, Zumi apologized because she allowed herself, or so basically, she's supposed to save the ring part to give to her because Sashi told her to do that. It's like the so yeah. So Zuko walks in. What are you guys complaining about over there here? Who's this kid? As Sashi asks. Oh, him? He's Zuko Midoriya, my twin brother. And they knew who Zuko was. Wait, so Zuko, because they abandoned him from what he looks like, and they saw him before, like way before, and then they thought he was gonna be, you know, but then Zuko shows up, and he looks like a average guy, or average kid, like same size as Zumi, and of course, funny part was Zumi was like supposed to be like, hey, or actually Inko's like, hey, what did I say about bringing your boyfriends and, gross. That is my brother. Yeah. And, yeah, so then Zuko said, hey, Mom, no need to start being that. He didn't forget, and we're old enough. As he opens the portal, he sticks his arm inside, pulls the 2 rings out, or 2 boxes, black boxes, and he gives them both to his parents. Is that so? Sashi was surprised. Wait, so I remember you used to have 4 limbs and 1 giant eye and 2 little eyes. What happened? And, yeah, well, as Zuko explains, well, that was my baby skin that I grew out of. And in order to, it's like the cocoon. There's outer shell and then there's, and when Sashi looks at him and Inko, they could not believe that they were real him. That they were like, wait, what? Zuko, you had like 2 skins, like cocoon skin and the normal skin. And but how does that work? So then, yeah. So then now he did that. Now Ochako and Zuko were dating, and yeah. And he became Class 1A, and he also was dating Ochako. And the day comes of them getting married. So they got married and had 2 kids. And I was trying to find a picture of a female Gravitax, I believe that's what its name. Gravitax as a female. So, sorry. So, a female Gravitax. So, yeah. I don't know which good picture it would be, but yeah. I'll just use this one. So, the female version of Gravitax is Zuku's and Ochako's daughter. What I mean by that is because Ochako had gravity powers or quirk, and Zuku, who is his alien DNA, he turns her quirk into a power and picked the right alien. So Gravitax is a female version, or no, Grinny. That's her name is Grinny. Is her name. So Grinny is a female version of Gravitax that is basically a daughter to Zuku and Ochako's. And they also had so she can evolve herself into the ultimate version of herself. Ultimate Grinny. So, yeah. She can do that when completely it's not hooked up to her emotion, so when she gets angry, she doesn't turns into that real quick, but she can control herself. So then another Gravitax thing, or no, so on Type in Space, so there was a male version of he basically, because the DNA of because he also had similar to what his sister has, or no, but he has the son that is basically a alien X version called Supreme. So the Supreme is basically is a son of Zuku and Ochako, and the brother of Grin. Grin. Not Grim, or it's Grin, so yeah. So basically, Zuku had, because how powerful Grin is by herself, with her quirk with her powers, orange, she becomes more unstoppable. But her brother, on the other hand, when he becomes ultimate, he becomes like... I know that I am supposed to, like, make a one, like... I know that I was supposed to make one of, like, all about Kevin Levins's backstories mixed with Zuko's, but this is just crazy enough. So, if you guys enjoy making or enjoying seeing me make different versions of the... because I'm gonna think about bringing some of those characters, like the Grin, like in the female Gravitax thing. Ben 10 female Gravitax. Attack! I sound like that guy from the... here. Basically, so this one is Grinny. Not Gravitack. So Grinny, I'm thinking about adding her and her brother into my future what ifs. Because they always are so perfect together that, like, she can move stuff with just, like, her gravity powers and, like, yeah. But I'll probably create a poll of her, or who would win between me, or between her versus her brother. Who would win? And tell me in the comments below. And yes, so a next what if, I'm thinking about doing a what if Zuko was as the basically had the powers of something. I don't remember. But yeah. So, but yeah. Peace out, y'all. Peace.